title correctly, we could potentially hit $10 on IOTA this year, and I'm about to explain why. Now, if you saw my most recent videos, you saw things from more of a technical perspective. If you haven't watched that, go and watch those videos because they're quite important. And always make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you're updated with all our latest videos. And remember, everything you see in this video is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research. Now, with that being said, number one, why is IOTA actually important for the cryptocurrency ecosystem? It's almost like a third gen cryptocurrency. Number one, we have super fast transactions with zero fees. Yes, you heard that right. It has absolutely no fees, which is obviously going to be very, very attractive in the crypto space because this is completely unique in terms of a cryptocurrency in the market space at the moment. And not only that, it's quantum computing proof, which is also a good thing, right? Especially when we're looking at this for the long term, essentially. And also, don't forget, IOTA doesn't actually use blockchain technology. So this is something that I feel like all of us IOTA researchers and people that are interested in this project have to understand that IOTA does not use blockchain technology. It's the only cryptocurrency that doesn't use blockchain technology, which is why I believe this could either be the greatest, the greatest cryptocurrency that's created, arguably, depending on how, investors and crypto people that are building out, projects see this. Or do they see this as a positive thing or do they see this as a negative thing? Only time will tell how this is interpreted, but instead they use something called Tangle, and it's essentially a directed acyclic graph. Every time a transaction is sent to you, you're essentially verifying the other transactions before you, essentially. So every transaction that you do, you're actually verifying transactions that are incoming, which is why there's no fees at all. Why also there is super fast transactions. This is why we're literally the users, us as an ecosystem are verifying each transaction, which is actually a very smart a smart way of doing things, right? Because you have no miners involved, which are not getting these astronomical fees like Bitcoin, etc. So it is very, very much a smart coin, I would like to call it, and that could be our new nickname for it, IOTA, the smart coin. So yeah, and I feel like this is an important project, just from a cryptocurrency space. Maybe you're just in this for the investment side of things, but if you're in this for the technology as well, it should be pretty interesting to see how IOTA itself progresses going into the future, because this is completely unique. And you have to remember, it's not just humans that can trade on the IOTA network. Machines can also trade with each other. I mean, that is absolutely absurd. This is the future we're actually heading into. And this is why I'm saying we have to keep a very, very close eye on this coin. This coin does have a lot of potential. And I'll get deeper into the fundamentals on another video. But before I do leave, I just want to go over the technicals just a tiny bit, because a lot of people are probably wondering, okay, so you got the first prediction right, $1.30, spot on, we hit it, nail on the head. So what's actually happening now? What we're seeing is a pullback, is price rejecting this resistance area. As you can see here, we're rejecting this key resistance area. Now, are we going to see price pull back to the downside? And then will we see a rally, or are we going to see a sharp rally right away? Ideally, we want to see a break right through this resistance area, and then hopefully we can start to rally towards our next target, which is $2.30. But remember, guys, pullbacks are healthy in the market. They're nothing to be afraid of, right? Pullbacks are great because, number one, you can getting at a cheaper price. So if you're completely new and you're like, you know what, I don't own any IOTA, then you kind of want this project to pull back because you can actually get in at a cheaper price, right? And also, it's just very, very, very healthy for the market. Anything that just travels in a straight line is usually an indication of a bubble. And as you can see, going back to 2017, when price pretty much just moved in a straight line, we saw the result of that in 2018, right? Where we saw prices go right back down to the downside. We want to see these price move up, then almost consolidate, and then move up, consolidate, pull back, and consolidate. That's very healthy for any market. But with that being said, I believe we could just break through and hit target 2 anytime soon, maybe even before the end of the month. And then as you can see, our end of the month target is actually $4.52. 52 cents. Now, why do I think we can actually hit $10 per coin or close around $10 per coin this year? That prediction is based on how investors in the space, crypto heads in the space, take to this project. It's either going to be zero or it's going to be a hero. Based on what I know about this coin so far, it's very unique and it does offer something new, which should reflect that in the actual price of 1 IOTA. So $10, I feel is fairly reasonable, especially when the coin supply is below 3 billion as well. That's always good news. This is not like a project where there's over 50 billion coins in supply or 100 billion coins in supply. It's still fairly a limited supply. So that's always good. That's always good news just for supply and demand. So $10, we'll see. Again, if this coin does what we think it will do. So if you're watching this, you're probably an IOTA advocate or IOTA believer. So obviously, if we can translate our vision of this coin, and hopefully other investors and traders in the space and just crypto people that are building out new technologies can really find value in this project, then who knows where this coin will go. But let's just do this here. $10. Let's see. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and watch our recent video on Bitcoin Cash and why that could be your last chance to get involved. And as always, guys, make sure you do your own research. It's not financial advice. As always, see you today.